Love you lots. See you in a bit. Keep it casual. And as always, up the top is the next time we talk, Everton might be in the Championship. I'll see you in a bit, lads.
True.
Done it again.
Amazing.
What's going on? I'm actually fuming with this. Hang on.
You're going to put on that song.
I might do, mate. Hi, everyone. You can't see my face yet. But OBS is having a fucking funny one with the cameras in Discord. I don't know why. I don't care why. Oh, there we go. I hope you're all well. But, ladies and gentlemen, hope you'll join me in celebrating the big day, because you know what I like, Jam?
No one cares.
Premier League football. Am I not buzzing?
Yeah. We're still in the Premier League, have we?
Yes, we are, mate. Fucking buzzing, mate. I'm not buzzing, to be honest, because... To be honest...
You can celebrate the relief, that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, it gets a bit... it gets confused with, like, buzzing off it, but I'm not buzzing off anything. Do you know what I mean? My ass gone at fucking last couple of minutes, mate. And when the ref was like, 10 minutes extra, I was like, no, don't do this. With one goal, mate, we would have gone. I don't think we'd have come back up anytime soon. That was what worried me. But now, same time next year, lads, yeah?
Probably.
Whatever. Hi, everyone. Hope you're all well. It's fine Tuesday evening. Is it Tuesday? It is Tuesday. The fucking bank holidays threw me off, mate. Hope you had a nice weekend. Be loving life, mate. The reason I ring here today is because it's Tuesday and I did a show. But Jam, are you well?
I'm alright, yeah.
What have you been up to, mate?
Not a lot, I'm going to be honest.
Not a lot.
Working.
Living the dream.
I've started running now and it's horrible.
Oh, mate, don't. Right.
Well, I'll say started. I've done it for the last 2 days.
Have you run for
2 days?
2 days, or have you...
So that's a long time to run for. No one can run for 48 hours.
Imagine somebody probably could. Yeah, so I started a bit... I fell off a bit, but I say a bit, I've fallen off. Last year, I had a few goes. Around here is fucking rough, mate.
Everywhere's uphill there, though. Right?
Yeah. I had to run less than what you get around there because the hills sort of make up for it.
You still travel further.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, so how's the running going, mate?
It's alright. I don't understand why people think, "Oh, it's so fun." I just love doing it. Why?
Not fun. We don't love doing it. It's therapeutic in a way. I feel. I'm not sure about you.
Put a ball in front of me, then I'll run. I enjoy it, but
we know why, mate.
Yeah. Football in it. But no, like a running thing I could do. Like I went with Steph a few days ago. And it's not. I don't run out of breath. I don't get tired, but my back, my lower back. So I tried it again yesterday. Then I did 2K yesterday before my back was like, nope, because you did nearly 5 the day before. You're fucked today, so I'm rested today.
Yeah, like I did a couple of 4.5, and I was just fucked, mate. Felt like 10 because don't know, like since I stopped playing footy, I've not moved out of my chair a lot.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Well, we've not been playing since March or February.
Bro, I really go swimming, to be honest. I like swimming.
Swimming's cool.
It is tremendous, mate. Jam, enough nonsense about exercise. We don't do that here, mate. You watching or playing anything or listening to anybody?
Finished Dexter.
The main show.
Still glorious to this day.
Is it
apart
still?
from
Is it still the greatest show of all time?
the ending's still a bit rubbish. It's like I didn't really remember what happened. I was like, oh, that's what happened. I'm glad they made another season.
Oh, that's why they went back.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And then I've gone back. I watched the first season of this a few years ago. Now there's 5 of them. So I've started on the second season. The Rookie.
Never heard of it, mate.
Nathan Fillion.
Oh, right.
Who's like a late 40-ish something LAPD rookie. Like restarts his life over again.
Yeah.
Video's gone.
Or it might have done.
Back in. Yeah, he gets divorced from his wife, and then he quits the construction trade and becomes a LAPD rookie.
Right.
But I'm on season 2. But it's really cool. I'm on an episode of. Yeah, I'm on like one. I just said to you, let me have another 15 minutes. Is because so Nathan Fillion's like sitting there, like doing like medial duties of guarding a crime scene until it gets released, and the crime scene cleaner comes along, and the crime scene cleaner is Andy Tuddyk.
Oh, is
I was like, oh, really? Like Firefly reunion.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to carry on watching.
Oh, of course, the Bob and Firefly, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate.
So that was cool. And I don't know if he's become a recurring character or not. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
But it was cool.
Anything else?
Advanced Wars.
Is that still fire or what?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
No, it's just you're just about it, mate.
15 hours in and 60% or 40% away from the first story. Something like that. But it's addictive.
Yeah. Mate, you're on it today.
Open. And I finished Fallen Order.
No, you didn't.
Which is probably the game of the year so far.
Which one have you finished?
Jedi Survivor.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good
game of the year so far, mate. Yes. And I don't usually like unless I'm platinum the game, which I'm not gonna. I'm not aiming to platinum this game because
there's a reason, or you just not
like collect plants and foliage.
No, I'm not about that, mate. I'm like,
no. But there's ones like go and hunt down all the bounty hunters.
Yeah.
Or go hunt. You become a bounty hunter as well, like on the side in their side missions. So I'm like, I'm gonna hunt these bounties. So even though I finished it, I'm going in hunting these bounties.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Anything else?
40%, by the way. 40%. 15 hours in.
Is that the whole campaign, or is that everything?
No, that's just the first one.
No, that's what I'm saying. So is that the first campaign, or is it like even? Yeah. I imagine the side missions and things like that. Is that including that as well, or not?
No, that's the first campaign.
You're shite, you are, mate.
It's like it's sick. It's just so good. Like one match can take an hour, 2 hours.
Yeah,
you're fuming if you lose it.
You got to play Triangle Strategy, mate.
No, I don't.
One match can take.
Nobody wants that. And the conversation we had earlier.
We have a lot of conversations, Jam. Be more specific.
About doing a Street Fighter 6 unboxing.
Oh, yeah.
It's likely.
Okay. Can we say now?
I've filmed, cut, and edited like a 30, 40 second thing so far. Not with me, like a montage thing, but you'll see it.
Can we confirm now, or do you want to...
Yeah, so this is all depending on, because I got Friday off. So as long as the package turns up on time, then yes.
Define on time.
On Friday, as long as it turns up on Friday.
Okay, right, cool.
My worrying thing, you remember, so my worrying thing is I've ordered this from Game because it's Game exclusive.
You got the big sexy edition, is that right?
I got the big sexy. Do you remember I got the big sexy edition of Uncharted 4? Game cancelled it on the day it was supposed to be dispatched.
Yeah. But you're saving.
I'm worried about. But, I mean, the fact that Chaz in crew saved my arse because he had one.
Yeah. Is that some...
I don't think Game Now will physical stock the Mega Edition of Street Fighter 6.
No.
So, when I see the money come out my bank, we're good.
You're not paid for it yet.
I'm hoping it comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, I imagine it's tomorrow. You'd imagine it's tomorrow.
Give me
Or
2
they do
seconds.
next day delivery DPD, right? On Thursday.
Let me get my phone. If they say they take it up to a week before,
A
I've not
week.
checked. A week.
Oh, mate, gripping stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Abandoned me. Has he gone back to Cape Verde to get his wallet?
Yes,
Or
I
is
have.
There you go.
A shark ate it.
I'll link the video in the description. John made a very nice 3-minute or so video of him and his wife just chilling in Cape Verde. It's good. That camera's sick, by the way.
That
That
if you ever
camera.
go on holiday and you want to have a lend of it,
I'll have a borrow of it, mate.
update.
Big news.
No, it's not been taken out.
Not
right
big
now.
news, right? Okay, we don't care. Yeah. Are you buzzing?
I am. I'm going back on Games website to make sure it's still.
You're on it, mate. Why do that? That's what I've been doing.
Paranoid. I know what you've been doing. Playing some nonsense Little Big Planet Maker Zelda
It's
edition.
actually Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts Zelda edition, but I'll give you that, mate. It's very good, mate. It's a miracle. Like you hear all the time, and I've been a big say big. I've been a voice of this. Like the Switch needs more juice under the hood. A lot of these, like there's only really the first party people that can get the most out of it, which is like relative to all the others as well. Because with Sony, it's Naughty Dog. It's all the most of the first party people can get the juice out of it. Look at Uncharted 4 compared to Uncharted 3. Oh,
yep.
Last of Us 1. Sorry. You know what I mean? And Last of Us 2 to to get the most out of the hardware. But it just breaks my head. It works, mate, and relatively few and far between frame drops. Okay, when it gets very busy on screen, it's like okay. Usually in 30 frames or ish, but it's usually unnoticeable to the I've halted one. What's up? Has it gone out?
Sorry, it's in my pending transactions. It's happening.
This is happening, ladies and gentlemen. The video's going live. Will it go live on Friday or not?
Yeah, so my idea is tomorrow and Thursday.
Yeah.
So after this, I'll do a bit of planning. So
Don't
then
do
on
that.
Friday,
Yourself,
I can wham bam, thank you, ma'am, open it. One camera, 2 cameras, 3 cameras.
Yeah, camera set up.
Put it in, export it. Yeah.
Bang! And turn it on while you're exporting it. Start playing, mate.
Because
you can do all that shit while you're playing. You know what I'm saying? What was I saying?
Zelda and your baffled how it can fit and like they get the most out of that. But it's more than it was last time.
Yeah, it's
even though it's the same hardware.
3 times bigger. Because you've got Hyrule again. You've got I'm going to spoil it for you.
And above, aren't you?
Relatively mild spoilers. I'm going to spoil it for you, Jam. You don't care. So you've got what it was last time, but obviously there's been time. It's changed enough, I think, so it doesn't feel like you're retreading the same game. I feel that, but I haven't played Breath of the Wild for like 4 years, so it's going to feel fresh to me anyway. Then you've got the depth, which is underground. They didn't say that until the reviews came out. You can go underground, and underground is basically, we're talking Stranger Things. It's the fucking same.
Upside down.
Yeah, well, not upside down, but it's the same. What do you call it? Radius, whatever. It's the same, and.
Okay. It's not like little dungeons.
No, it's not like a little dungeon here, a little cave here. It's like you can go down.
It's like basement level of first.
Yeah, it's like downstairs basically, and and then there's like wells and everything. It's just mental how much. I know I wouldn't recommend this game to you in a million years because there's just too much to do. Like Jade's a very, 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 like will fucking check everything over 100 times before she moves on. Even Jay's like overwhelmed by how fucking massive it is, and you go up in the sky. Granted, there's not as many Sky Islands as the trailers and artwork would lead you to believe, but it's still very nice. And there's, it's just, I could talk forever about it, but I'm not going to. But
I mean, they've got to sell you a game. Of course, they're going to put extra.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, even though it's not my cup of tea by a mile, and I'll joke around.
What I would do though,
let people play it.
If
Fine.
we get the we ever get a chance, I would just, because I'm starting to build a repertoire of buildable items. Like, have you seen the guy that's made Metal Gear? Some guy just made fucking Metal Gear, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, here I am fucking sticking bands to plywood. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And fucking steering stick things so I can turn the fucking thing. And he's making a fucking robot. And there's a guy with the fucking home. Like, what I would do, I wouldn't give you the game to play from the start, but I would give you my save for half an hour and just say, have a build around with this, and I think you'd have a good time. Because I'm starting to build a nice collection of stuff to build with. I'm getting like the more advanced shit, I'll say. I won't spoil anything, and it's so good. Like, it's big. The big complaint for the first one is it felt empty. And this one, again, it does have its moments. It does feel like it was a big field here full of nothing. It's nice to look at, and it's quite therapeutic to walk through it. But I feel like there's more. Oh, what's that over there? Oh, there's a fire over there. There's a building over there. There's someone over there.
That's what I was.
Do you know what I mean?
That rarely happens with me in like open world games. I'm just like, I can't be asked going there. But that did with Jedi Survivors. Like, I need to go that way, so I'm going to go this way instead.
Yeah.
Because I can see unexplored areas. I can see like closed doors, blocked doors, like on the map. So I was like, I'll go over there instead.
Definitely. And on the first one, as in this one as well, you can just go to the final boss straight away if you want, if you're so inclined.
Yeah,
you die. You die.
That,
the speed run is 94 minutes or whatever it fucking is, which is just fucking mental. Like, me and Jade have been on it easy 40, 50 hours each. Easy. Yeah, no, we fucking play, mate.
Jesus Christ.
We play.
What percentage of the game do you think you're through?
Okay, there's 100. How many shrines are there? There's 100 and some 150 odd shrines or something like that. And I've done 54 or so. Jay's done about 50. So there's the shrine. You get a life blessing, which you can then trade for either a bit of stamina or a bit of health.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got 10 hearts. Jay's got about 9 or 10 hearts as well. So we're getting there, mate. We're getting there.
Yeah,
but it's funny though.
Both the Dans keep bringing their Switches into work. And like, oh, look at this, I can do this. I'm like, I don't understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, it's very, it's so good, mate. But again, I would not even, if you said to me, I'm going on holiday or whatever, I'm taking my Switch with me, what game should I play? I wouldn't fucking say that in a million years. More inclined to say Arceus or something like that, but I was actually
looking at that the other day, not going to lie. Joe went to get a new TV with Mum.
I do.
They were behind the, what's it, Arceus was $29.99. I was like, that's not a bad price.
That isn't a bad price.
Nintendo game.
First party game, mate. I mean,
for first party, I was like, that's pretty good.
That game turns Pokemon into a third-person action game, which there's trainer battles few and far between, and there's there's turn-based shit in it as well, but it's really good. I don't think I like it as much as I did. Anyway, moving on, a little bit of Final Fantasy VII Remake on PC, and something else, which I'm not going to say because I've got a Forgotten Gem, by the way, today, John. You impressed?
Have you now?
Are you impressed?
I am.
No, good, mate. What else? Doesn't matter. We'll move on. I haven't watched that. Yeah, because Jade's got my monitor is usually here, but it's not now. Do you know what I mean?
Why don't you just slap in the space?
Because I'm just trying to prove that not that you need to prove it's not there, but it's not here.
Yeah, smack! You actually hit it.
It's not here. Jade's got it downstairs because we're playing it at the same time. We're cool at that. We would have put the spare TV down, but it's a bit big and Finn's starting to get a bit
touchy-feely.
Yes. and it's
heavily.
Oh, I'm arts in my mouth sometimes, mate. I might don't fucking. I've got a thing about screens, Jam.
Yeah,
That aren't touch screens. I've got a thing about it, mate. I'm sure you have as well. But he's a good lad. He was ball behaved. You tell him no, he just. But anyway, moving on. Jam.
Yes.
Yeah, like I said, I've got one screen, so you'll have to bear with me. That's what she said. 2 scores on the doors today, Jam. One you know about, so we'll do that first. Is that okay?
Yes.
This is going to piss me off, mate. This is going to annoy me. Is this not going to annoy me? Is it still there?
What I'm doing with one screen.
Yeah. Right. Doesn't matter. Anyway, James.
James.
Can I call you James?
Jim.
Jimothy, mate. Jimothy, mate. What are you saying? First up, I'm trying to space everything out so I can see everything on the screen. Right. First up, are you ready? I sent you this earlier.
Yeah.
You should know what it is. So, of course, Street Fighter 6 reviews are out this morning.
Well, I know what it is.
Have you seen these reviews, mate?
I've seen the reviews. I've just been watching the IGN one.
Mm-hmm. What did IGN say about it?
I honestly, I know a lot of it. I skipped the World Tour thing.
Yeah.
I'll give it a go. I'm still not sold by it at all. But I'm happy that you can just select matches from the menu.
You don't have to do it, do you?
Queue up in the menu. You don't have to do it, no, which is good.
Right.
But one thing that still really annoys me about this Street Fighter game.
I can't guess what it is first.
Yeah.
You have to pick a character, then go into a game. You can't go into a game, then pick a character. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, correct.
Oh, I'm one here, mate.
Why? Why is that a thing now?
I don't know. Smash does it as well, and it annoys me. It's like sometimes I want to swap it out, but I don't want to go out the queue and go back in. I get there's probably back end reasons why it's better, but for me it's annoying. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, you know this, so I'm just going to tell you. Usually I'll try and get out of you what you think, but it's 92 on Metacritic. This is PS5 version. 66 reviews, which is Soul Calibur territory, I'll tell you. As far as fighting games go, it's Soul Calibur territory. 71 reviews, sorry. I'm going to read a few. Going to read a few of the perfect scores. You ready, Jam?
You mean the true scores?
The true scores.
I'm interested to hear about the World Tour stuff. I know about the straight in your face Street Fighter stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
so
perfect scores are big if it's got to have that included.
The top one is Sports Illustrated, because of course it is. It says from the mechanics to the characters and even the visual flourishes that adorn every attack, Street Fighter 6 is peak fighting games. It's peak, mate. That is a traditional grounded fighter that feels entirely modern and fresh thanks to the drive gauge and everything that surrounds it. No mechanic or meter feels wasted. Everything in Street Fighter 6 has been honed to a fine point. This will be the best fighting game in 2023 and perhaps even of the generation. We're in the fighting game phenomenon. Because Tekken 8 is looking... Tekken 8 is looking fresh, mate. Have you seen... I put it on the thing, but Brian Fury trailer dropped and he looks sick, mate.
I have seen Brian Fury. Is your guy? Isn't he?
No, I'm inclined to dabble with Brian Fury, but he's not my main.
Fair enough.
When Steve Fox comes, then we'll talk.
That's it, Steve.
Then
Fox.
we'll be spanking of the asses, mate. You know what I'm saying? Gonna send Gibbo running home crying to his mother.
I'm not even looking forward to playing Gibbo.
It's gonna be Zamasu 2.0, mate. You know what I'm saying?
Zamasu.
Do you remember that time on Dragon Ball Fighters when I absolutely wiped the floor with Gibbo at one time?
I don't remember it.
Oh, I should have filmed it. I'm fuming. Moving on, I'm going to read some other one. Go as a Geek. Street Fighter 6 is without question the best fighting game package I've ever played, and will keep you going far longer than one-on-one fighter has any right to be able to. A true classic. I don't agree with any right. One-on-one fights can get quite deep and I could sit on Street Fighter 3 for you know what I mean? Street Fighter 4 as well, to be fair. We played Street Fighter 4, mate. We fucking played Street Fighter 4.
Oh, I played a billion hours.
You did, but we played. It's one of our games we played, mate.
It was.
I have great memories going yours with Super Street. Is it Arcade Edition or just Super Street Fighter 4?
It was all of them.
Yeah, it was all of them. I think that was
all three of them.
I believe Street Fighter 4 was there or thereabouts the first game we were proper buzzed off together and got it day one together. I believe so, yeah. I think it is.
Yeah.
Very close to my heart is Street Fighter 4.
I remember that day.
Yeah. Oh, mate, I'm buzzing. I bottled it because they didn't post it till the day before and I thought one got it and you got it on the day before. I can't remember. Something like that.
Okay.
Street Fighter 5.
Day of.
Yeah, VGC. Yeah. Before we mention Street Fighter 5, we'll move on. VGC says, with the three titans of the fighting game space all releasing mainline entries this year, I think it means 12 months. I don't think it means it. I don't think Mortal Kombat. No, I don't think Tekken will be out this year. I don't think it will.
You mean
the more I think about it. Yeah, that's what I think. Competition is going to be stiff, but Capcom is putting its best foot forward. The publisher's incredible run continues with one of the most feature-rich, stylish, and enjoyable entries in the franchise history. I read this review word today, very glowing about this. Yeah, Capcom are on a roll, aren't they? Can we just mention that before we move on to... Because
Resident Evil and all that, yeah.
Since Resident Evil 7, they've been fucking... With the exceptions like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, they've been on fire, mate. They've just...
Yeah.
Everything's hit. Like a Monster Hunter's not my kind of thing, but people love it, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on. What are we going here? Level Up 90. Is that a 4? Is that a 4 and out? That's a 9 out of 10. Mate, Spanish website. Nice. Level Up say, in addition to having competitive focus, Street Fighter 6 offers a variety of modes filled with content for all types of players. You know what I'm saying? The diversity of characters, the improvements in online modes, and the new control system are some of the reasons that make Street Fighter 6 the strongest contender to become the best fighting game of this generation. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. Let's go to a mid review. I say mid. Cubed 3, or probably cubed, innit? That doesn't make sense.
Imagine cube.
Yeah. Or just cube, maybe. 7 out of 10. Still a good score, but it's the lowest one on here. It says Street Fighter 6 in its simplest form remains a fantastic fun experience, retaining the same gameplay that has been tweaked and improved throughout the years. To ensure it remains at the top of the pile, jarring attempts to meet the needs of young players alongside a World Tour mode that fails to meet the hype placed upon it. However, stop this from being an essential purchase. Stick to arcade mode, enjoy what this franchise is great. This guy's basically us.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like you all. I'm not going to get this day one. I don't think I can afford it or stretch. Or I think I'm still in the Zelda bug. But
tell Zelda's because there's no point in playing any other games. Though.
No, it's a game of forever. No. Yeah. But still, 7's a respectable score, and do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Jam. While we're here, are you excited, mate?
Not really. Barely even noticed.
I get that from you, mate. I don't think. Mate, shut up. This is the most erect I've ever seen you in my life, mate. Like, put a blanket.
Last time I was buzzing for this, like buzzing for a game. Well, actually, the last time I was buzzing for a fighting game like this,
Street Fighter
5.
Yeah. It was your fault, mate.
And then
Street Fighter 5 is fine now, but when it first released, it was shit, mate.
It was.
Gameplay
has always been good, but
was it enough there? Like, was it enough?
We'll finish it here. You can buy it, but we'll finish it later.
Give us all the money now, but we'll give you the finished product in a few years. Or so in a bit, mate. So yeah, mate.
Exactly.
Fuck you. Not a fan of that, mate. But it is what it is. Who are you going to main who's the first character you're going to go when you first boot it up? Is it Ryu?
No.
Oh, it's Dalsim?
Nope.
The Kimberly?
I have my reservations about Dalsim. I do want it to be Dalsim, but see, I have my. I'm annoyed that I do this. I told you this, and I've said it before on the show. I can play on my controller and I can play arcade stick. but
Mhm.
arcade stick, I have to play my hold characters, so Honda, Guile, Zangief, and my
So you
controller.
couldn't
I can
just you couldn't
play.
pick up Kimberly, for instance, with the arcade stick. You'd have to go whoever.
I don't know what type of control like player she is.
Right. Kimberly looks great,
but
by the way.
Cammy's going to be my go-to straight away.
Oh, she's perfect, mate. Are you ready?
Love my Cammy, mate.
I bet you do, mate.
Kimberly looks really cool as well.
Yeah,
So
some characters are great there. Jam wasn't the only game that embargo lifted today for the reviews. Are you ready? A game that you really, really like. I'm really big fan of.
One that you told Gemma's community that I was buying.
No, not that one.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna do that one here, but that one's sitting at a 35 on Metacritic.
Wow.
Let's call them.
Yeah. So what's this other game?
Big game.
Other games come?
Big game. It's massive, mate.
Mate, I don't know. Street Fighter 6 is the only game coming out this week.
This is technically out next week, but the access starts on tomorrow. No, sorry. Thursday, I was right.
What is it?
I'm going to read you the summary, see if you can get it. Yeah? Meet your maker. Lilith has returned to Sanctuary. I should say Sanctuary. Never mind. Summoned by a dark ritual after eons in exile, her return ushers in a new era of misery and darkness.
No.
Sort of clicky. Yeah, a PC game. It's a PC game. It's coming out on PS5 and all that as well, but it's a PC game. Blizzard make it.
Then I definitely don't care.
Don't you have phones?
Oh, it's Diablo 4.
Diablo 4. What you reckoning, Jam? Higher or lower than the Street Fighter?
What?
Higher or lower?
Look, by the odds, it's probably lower because Street Fighter's in the 90s.
It is lower.
Yeah.
It's had 20 less reviews, but it's lower. The PC version, sitting at 44 reviews, is at 88, which is a fucking fantastic score. That's nearer tomato territory, mate. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let me just read through a few. I know you love these, Jam. Let me just... Windows Central, Jez Corden says, simply put, Diablo 4 may be Blizzard's best ever game. Won't be too odd, would it? I'm joking. No, it wouldn't. They've made some bangers. And that's a really tough legacy to live up to. Immaculate storytelling meets stunning art, polished, bug-free gameplay atop endlessly customizable combat with the promise of dozens, maybe hundreds of hours of content. Diablo 4 might be Blizzard's most important pivotal game since World of Warcraft. Do yourself a favour and go and play it completely blind. Even if you're not a typical fan of isometric action RPGs, I'm confident that you won't be disappointed. It's big, mate. Gibbo, you just missed us talk about Street Fighter 6. I'm not happy about this, mate.
Jack was literally telling me he's going to body you on Street Fighter.
I actually was, and I am. So, not second one, but I'll take Street Fighter all day, mate.
You said every fighting game coming out.
Oh, it's not wrong on mine. Video Gamer. Also a 10 or a 5 or whatever they review.
Who?
Video Gamer. What do
Probably
they...
video games.
It's a 10. Says, Diablo 4 feels like the apex of the series, bringing together everything great about the previous entries. Isn't without its minor flaws, and the success of the endgame content is still up in the air, but for once, Diablo is a gripping story. Don't know about, mate. Diablo 2's mint. I'm not sure about this, mate. Phenomenal graphics and a gameplay loop that doesn't innovate too much, but it's certainly better than its predecessor. Diablo 3 was... Remember Diablo 3? It wouldn't work day one. I can't remember what the error is.
I remember when you bought Diablo 3. Did you buy it from Mac?
I played it on Mac. That's a bit weird, mate.
So remember when I bought Diablo?
No, mate. I'm going to read them. There's a few. Let's go Gamers RD. Is that their name? Gamers RD? Don't know what RD stands for. but let's go for it. If you want to play Diablo 4 for its story, you're in the wrong place. The new installment has excellent improvements over its predecessor and a decent level design. On a visual level, it's one of the best role-playing games I've played in which some features could be used in a better way. As a moderate replayability and is so far one of the best things that can be praised. Overall, it's a good... What the fuck is that? I thought you were taking the piss. Why have you got that?
I don't know. I think
apparently,
I legit think I bought it for £1 at some point.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Apparently, the Switch version of Diablo 3 is really good, one of the best ones, but I can't back that up with any actual belief. Do you know what I mean? Let's move on, shall we? Right. I'm working on...
Nuts.
I'm not working on nuts, so have you just reacted to something?
No, I actually closed our stream.
Okay, right. I'm working on a Jeopardy quiz. It's about half done. Jam, are you up for that? One day, 1 week when it's quiet, we'll just do a quiz.
Yeah.
Are you familiar how to play Jeopardy?
No.
Me neither, but we'll wing it.
So you have to answer in a sentence.
You have to say if the answer's casual report, you have to say what is casual report. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it.
Or what is near or tomorrow, or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to need an opponent, so Gibbo, you want to come on, or whoever you want to come on. I might just get Jerry. Jerry, love it, mate. Yeah, we're working on that. That'll be done soon, and we'll be on there. And the next top 10 is booked in, Jam. Are you excited?
Next week?
Not next week, week after. Next week's
double
week next week, because we're reacting. I'll be here reacting to the Xbox Showcase and the Summer Games Fest. 8th and the 11th. Join me if you're free. The stream will be on. Whoever's with me is with me. If I'm on me, I'm on me. It's one of them, mate. But yeah, the week after is a top 10. It's going to be blank here. I'm not saying yet. You probably figure it out. Jam, should we crack on or what?
Yeah.
I have the top 10 UK physical sales charts. Are you ready?
Easy.
First string.
Even though it's not out yet.
No, yeah, mate. What do you think number one is?
Is it probably Zelda?
No, shock horror, mate. 10 Dead Island 2, still there, still representing. I'm glad that's doing well, physically doing alright. Animal Crossing number 9, Grand Theft Auto 5, 8, back in the top 10 after an absence last week. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild at 7. Lord of the Rings Gollum at 6, mate.
That's in the top 10.
It's in the top 10. It's got Lord of the Rings on it.
You like it.
Yeah, I hope you do. I hope you have a good time. I hope you're not regretted your purchase. Jedi Survivor at 5, Mario Kart 8, the game that won't fuck off at 4. I love Mario Kart 8.
It's a great game.
Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy at 3, FIFA 23 at 2, and Tears of the Kingdom, the dope-ass video game, Devil Grace's Planet. Tears of the Kingdom, mate.
Alexa, turn on the game lights.
Where are we? Nintendo's game sales dropped 50% week on week, but it's still comfortably ahead of FIFA 23. I don't give a fuck. It's closing in on Hogwarts Legacy sales to be the biggest game of the year so far. That is massive, mate, if it is. This is purely in box terms, because Nintendo don't share digital data because it's tight. Most games dropped in sales this week. FIFA 23 is number 2 with 3% down. As the Premier League season is over, as the Toffees erupts, mate. Hogwarts Legacy is number 3, down 13%. Mario Kart 8 is down 5%. Jedi Survivor down 24%. Lord of the Rings Gollum's the highest new entry. Physical launch is slightly higher than Lego 2K Drive. Do you fancy that or not? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of them, innit? I'm not just play Mario Kart, but I'll probably.
I was going to say it's one of them. It's one of them fun things, but just play Mario Kart.
That's just play Smash Brothers. You should welcome like challenging developers or games in that sort of. It keeps Nintendo on the toes. You know what I mean? Because if they're doing, I'm sure they always seem to offer like decent experiences, but if they're unchallenged, it's a bit like, come on, keep. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, pretty good. That's it, mate. Anyway, Jam, you've had the weekend. How would you feel about the PlayStation Showcase?
It was okay, yeah.
It was
mediocre.
everything
Things I cared about.
Yeah,
it was fine.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, sorry, did we know Mortal Kombat's coming out in September? We did, didn't we?
Yes, it was in the announcement trailer.
Yeah,
there is gameplay for that at Jeff Keighley's Game Fest thing, so
there is.
We'll watch it, and I'll be buzzing, mate. Yeah, I'm a bit. There's a bit of hyperbole. I don't know if you've seen Twitter after it. Everyone was like, "Oh my god!" Like, there were a few noticeable absentees, I'll say. You know, I mean, a few big first parties which you feel like should have been showing stuff but weren't there. And of course, quite a lot of the first party-ish games they showed were very games as a service centric. Do you know what I'm saying? A bit not my thing. This is not what Sony's known for. These like huge single player, third person, story driven, graphically impressive games. They mostly deliver, right? For the most part. And I'm a bit like I don't know what they were. I mean, it's a showcase. I enjoy these kind of things, and I've got to check out a few things from it. But it was where was like, yeah, you ended on Spider-Man 2. It was like I'd have opened with that and ended on a banger. Not that Spider-Man 2 is not a banger. We knew about Spider-Man 2, so the hype doesn't hit as hard. Do you know what I mean? It's hype as fuck, and it looks great. It
ended on Snake Eater.
Yeah,
or vice versa.
I take it as weird, man, because no one. I don't know, but it's not the end of Sony. Don't worry, everyone. It's going to be fine.
I'm sure they'll be just fine.
They'll be just fine. But speaking of Sony, Jam, did you see the rumor that broke out on the old Twitter and Reddit and all that shit the other day? Was it yesterday or the day before?
I did. I scrolled straight past it.
Yes, exactly. CD Projekt dismisses rumour that Sony may be acquiring it. First of all, what? Second of all, huge acquisitions don't tend to leak because people will get fucking bummed. Do you know what I mean? Bummed.
Would. Yep.
There's Chris Scullion at Video Gamer. Sorry, Chris. VGC. Over the past weekend, a leaker who usually specialises in Destiny content claimed they were aware plan Sony had to acquire Witcher and Cyberpunk 2077 publisher and make it part of Sony Interactive Entertainment. I mean, the market cap of CD Projekt would have cost Sony for CD Projekt about $4 billion, something like that, $4 or $5 billion, I think, is the going rate for them. I believe. Do you know what I'm saying? What's the currency in Poland? I forgot what it is. It That's it, thank you. There's 12 billion of that, if you're interested. I did some research today at work when I should have been working. I was working, I was doing some important stuff for the stream, mate.
Exactly.
So CD Projekt's president CEO, Adam... I'll just call him Adam. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that surname. Kaczynski, I'm going to say, but I could be wrong. He says, nothing has changed in our end. To the question, is there any truth in the reports that you're getting eaten up by Sony? He added, so I can repeat what we've been saying throughout the year. CD Projekt's not for sale. Want to remain independent. We have, I believe, an excellent strategy. Not easy to execute, for sure, but it's very interesting to follow our own path. So it's a pure rumor. I'm aware that it's not great to hear from a company that the project is being reevaluated. That is... That's a response to back in March. They were announced that CD Projekt had decided to go back to the drawing board with Project Sirius, which is the new Witcher game. and
Is that the
portrayed
remake of the second one?
the first one.
First
But
one.
I think Project Sirius is a new game, as opposed to the Witcher 1 remake, which is due out whenever it's fucking coming out. Yeah, Jam, Mr. PlayStation, what did you make of? Did you roll your eyes like I did when you saw that and just?
Yeah, I
No.
mean, I know it's big news and stuff, but I just don't care about.
It's big news, but
it's not,
mate. It's big news, but it's not real and it's not happening. So it's not,
it affects me in zero way.
No, you don't like
zero.
Yeah, that's another one. I wouldn't. There's too much to do in the CD Projekt game as well.
If I was like die-hard PlayStation or die-hard Xbox, then yes, I'd be like,
oh yeah,
we get this exclusive. I just don't care.
I agree.
The only people that care are the shareholders, mate.
Shareholders, the pencil pushers, popsicles, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I just want my games to be everywhere. I'm not even joking, mate. I know it's a bit counterintuitive for me to say that because exclusive drive consoles and, people buy certain consoles for certain games, but I'm just like, just let me play my games I buy. But if I download something on Amazon fucking Prime or whatever, can I watch it in bed on my phone?
Yes, you can.
Can I go downstairs and watch it on the big TV?
Yes, you
can I sit in and watch it on my computer?
Yeah, you can.
That's the kind of thing I want, mate. I think Microsoft are playing with that idea and going in the right direction, and one day it's happening, mate. I promise you. One day.
It will.
Oh, I can't wait, mate. What are we going to argue about then, John? You know what I mean?
Don't know.
I don't know, man. Anyway, moving on. Speaking of blocking things, remember when we spoke about this, didn't we, Jump? The Dolphin emulator was going to go on Steam. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Well, shock horror.
I'm absolutely shocked already.
Right, jaw on the floor kind of shit here, mate. Cara Phillips from Tech Radar says Nintendo explains the decision behind blocking release of Dolphin emulator. Now, Nintendo have since come out. So, bit of background to this. Last week, or over the weekend or whatever, Dolphin people came out and said it's postponed indefinitely. There was just no... I think they said something like Nintendo fucking shimmied in and said, we're not happy you're doing this. Whatever. And it's come out and Nintendo have explained why they're going to get their solicitors on this case, you know what I'm saying? So it says the planned Steam release for the emulated Dolphin was indefinitely postponed on May 27th, 3 days ago. As announced by the creators, stating Nintendo issued a cease and desist sign the DMCA against Dolphin's Steam page, resulting in the page being removed immediately. Now, where do you stand on emulation, Jam? And that a word we don't like to say here on the show.
If it's unaccessible and the people that are holding it to copyright are saying, no, please don't play it, please don't download it, give us a way to play it. Yeah,
I agree.
If not, I'm emulating the shit out of it.
Exactly, because, for example... Oh, that one. Right. If you wanted to play, for example, Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. Yeah. What's this, 50 quid?
It's a bit more than that now, I think. It's like 90, isn't it?
Is it? Oh, fuck me. So if you want to play Paper Mario, let's say you've got nothing, right? And you've heard about Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. It's fantastic, this game, right? And it's like, if you want to play that, and you're not...
$109.99.
Fuck off, mate.
86, 100,
yeah, you've
108, 119.
Call it 110,
the paper insert. Oh no, sorry, the manual on its own on eBay is 35 quid.
Okay, right.
So yeah, that's a £100 game.
So let's just say you heard about this game. You've got no consoles pre PS4 era, right? So you go on eBay, buy a £110 game, and then buy a GameCube for what, 40, 50 quid now, something like that. Something like that. Bit more-ish sometimes. If you wouldn't mind, Jam. So we'll call it 150 quid, yeah?
GameCube. Yeah, 50 quid. That's no controllers.
150, 160 quid, something like that. You need a controller as well, but we'll just assume it all comes together. So you got to go on eBay, give some prick 150 quid. Nintendo's not going to see a penny of that. Yet they've got no legitimate way to play Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door on Switch or whatever. Even the Wii U and was it playing? No, it wasn't. Even the Wii U and 3DS and shit, you can't play it, and it's like there's not a legitimate way to play that. The Fire Emblem game goes for like 300 quid, and it's like re-release it.
Yeah,
and do you know what I mean? And quite a lot of the pre-Wii stuff, you can't play it like legitimate means, and I agree. And there's a bit of a grey area with emulation. It's like the emulator isn't the illegal thing; it's all the fucking ROMs that people make and distribute online. That's the illegal thing. That's the well, if you dump your own ROM and play it yourself, that's fair game. But I've done that a few times, to be honest. I've acquired my own games. You know what I'm saying? I just say that. I don't know, man. I mean, Nintendo, unfortunately, have every right to do this, and with the Dolphin emulator, it's got what is it now? That's a YouTube. I'll put his video in the description. There's a YouTuber called MVG. I don't know if you know who he is. He's a game developer himself, very intelligent about all this stuff. He goes on to explain that because of something called the Wii Common Key in the Dolphin emulator, which was in the Wii, I don't think that's either present or not present, and that's a big issue. And that's he just said straight up they won't win that court case because of that.
Yeah,
and that's Nintendo's argument is. Do you know what I mean? It's a piracy thing as well, I believe. But I won't bore you with my description. Go and watch MVG's video. He talks you through it, and it's way more in depth than I ever could in my life. Do you know what I mean? So, anyway, sorry. Cora goes on to say, there you go. With emulation being a grey area in terms of legality, Dolphin makes use of the Wii Common Key in the emulator, meaning it's actively bypassing piracy protective measures. I said I couldn't explain it to you. Good old Cara's just done it for us. But go and watch MVG's video anyway, it's really good. And so on and so forth. But that's what I mean. I know there's licensing hell and all that, but Nintendo just can't be arsed most of the time. Do you know what I mean? I just can't be bothered.
I knew it was going off straight away. There's no hope I was ever going to hit storefront. Yeah.
A Nintendo spokesperson told Kotaku a load of shit. It said Nintendo is committed to protecting the hard work and creativity of video game engineers and developers. This emulator illegally circumvents Nintendo's protection measures and runs illegal copies of games using illegal emulators or illegal copies of games harms developers and ultimately stifles innovation. Nintendo respects the intellectual property rights of other companies and in turn expects us to do the same. I agree. I know what they're saying, but that hurts innovation is a load of shit. People want to play these games. Do you know what I mean? I don't... Just say we don't see a penny from it, so you can't do it. Just say that.
Then it doesn't matter, does it?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're right, mate.
They're not gonna... They're like, it's ours. We made it. It's ours. We own it.
Yeah.
You can't use it.
And that's fair enough, but I wish you'd just say that instead of this fucking bollocks.
You can't have it. No, we're not going to give it out. We'll only keep it. We'll keep it. No one else can enjoy it.
Yeah, and it's like, and you know they keep source codes for everything, mate. Because
they do.
Trials of Mana. Do you know the re-release that came out? Do you know why that's only on Switch?
Why?
Because apparently, on the grapevine, Square had to ask Nintendo for the source code of their own game, and Nintendo said you can have it, but you can't release it on anything else other than the Switch.
Well, there you go then.
There you go.
Wouldn't surprise me. Nintendo are like that, isn't it?
Yeah, which is why the remake, in quotes, is on everything, and I believe that's the case. There's that's just word of mouth kind of thing, but I totally get it. Dolphin is yet to make a statement in response to Nintendo's claim against their use of the Wii common key, and Dolphin will remain off Steam while the case gets hashed out, but its GitHub website remain unaffected at the time of writing, so you can still, if you were to be so inclined, but don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Don't steal. It's not good. It's not good. I've had many conversations of people like people said, so I could just walk. I just playing emulation is if you've not got the game, it's stealing, isn't it? You know. I've had to explain that to many people over the years. Say if I just walked into a shop and walked out of an apple, was that stealing or what or not? Oh yeah.
Like grow your own.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, moving on. Jam, big news, mate. Back to Sony.
Massive.
Huge news. Huge. Not that huge. It's kind of weird because it's unfortunate that there wasn't a like a presentation this announcement could have been at. Do you know what I mean? Or like a showcase kind of thing that they could have revealed this what I'm about to tell you.
They should have done one.
It should have. Would have been good. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is coming to PC on July 26th. Shock horror. It's Nick says, and the company that Sony enlisted to do this kind of stuff is sorting out the PC version. It supports 21:9, 32:9, 48:9 resolution. The game supports unlocked frame rates. Oof, mate. And includes the latest performance enhancing upscaling technologies. You'll be able to choose from NVIDIA DLSS3, AMD FSR2, and Intel XeSS, and Insomniac Games temporal injection. Yes.
I have a question.
Go on.
Can you just press play and it will work?
There's only one way to find out, mate.
I'll try the rest, yeah, but that's about on PC just to make sure.
No, that's the draw for consoles, and that always will be, won't it? Like, because with PCs, everyone's got a different. Most people have a different machine, and a lot of things are talking to each other, and a lot of different things sometimes are talking to each other, and that's where all the problems reside.
As long as,
but the PS5 is.
I mean, I don't care. I'm not buying it on this. But
no, I fancy it though.
Why would I need to?
I fancy Returnal though. To be fair,
you've got it on PlayStation.
No, but PC version.
It's the same.
I mean, it's similar. 60 quid. I can't spend 60 quid on a game I've already got. Let's go on that website. Your favourite one, mate. You know what I'm saying? $33.99. Just it'll need to be a bit cheaper for me, but I'm about it though. So would you buy any PlayStation if is there a PlayStation game out there if that comes to PC? I mean, or that you can think of? No.
Right at the end of the PS5 life cycle, possibly.
What when they're all like a tenner, and you know what I mean?
No, not necessarily when they're all a tenner. When my PC, when I can see a difference between the performance of my PC and PlayStation.
Yeah, because imagine. I don't mean to be disrespectful in any way, shape, or form, but I imagine the clarity from the PS5 and you got a 20 series, aren't you? Is that right? Or 30? What did we get you?
Yeah.
20, yeah. I imagine it's relatively similar, right? Is that fair?
I mean, I know I could just stick my cable on the TV. It looks better playing on my TV than these monitors.
Is your monitor's OLED?
It's OLED, 120 hertz, yeah.
Your monitor is?
No, sorry, no, my monitor is 2K.
Is it OLED though?
Monitors aren't, no.
OLED's massive, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, they don't do OLED monitors, or they probably do OLED monitors.
They do OLED monitors, John. What are you saying?
I don't know what the fuck
they do an OLED switch, mate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what I've got.
No, but OLED is the difference is striking. Like, yeah,
I know. Yeah,
I can't even, like. I was playing. I played Ratchet and Clank the other day on the TV, and I was like, Jesus. Like,
you know, on your LG.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly how sexy that is.
I was like, what the fuck? I'm not like. I mean, I am a graphics guy, but gameplay is king, always will be. The reason people still play fucking Pong, mate, you know what I'm saying? Gameplay is supreme. It's just fucking hell. Like, in 7 Remake as well, it's just on that TV downstairs, it's just unreal, mate. Honest to God.
TV's too.
It is, mate.
This TV is too big for this room. And I'm like, I don't want to have a TV this big, but then turn it on PlayStation.
People are like, I've got a 70-inch. Like, no. Do I look like I've got a cinema at home? There is, I believe there's a thing, TV is too big for a room. I believe that 1,000,000%.
Yeah, 100%. This one is. Well, it's not too big for the room. It's because other stuff are in the places it could be.
Yeah. To be fair, yeah. I
thought I can't wall mount.
I'm actually fuming, Jam. I got rid of that article. Jam, I got rid of that article, but I needed it. Jam, I'll put it back, mate. Anyway, stick with PlayStation while we're here. Are you buzzing, mate?
I'm always buzzing.
I am just buzzing, mate. What we're doing, John? What we're doing? PlayStation. Yes. Mm-hmm. Speaking of absentees at the PlayStation Showcase, it was one game that I thought would possibly be there. Do you know why I thought it would be there, John? Am I keeping you up, mate?
Because it was leaked, probably.
No, because at the Summer Game Fest last year, Neil Druckmann was there. Announced Last of Us Part 1.
Oh,
that released a couple of weeks after. And said, we're working on the multiplayer game, due out, soon. We'll have more information next year. It is next year, Jam, technically.
It is next year.
And I was like, it's got to be. Like, I was convinced, mate. I was like, it's going to be, right? Because after, what's next for Sony? Why am I mind gone blank? Spider-Man 2.
Yes.
Duh. After Spider-Man 2, what's the next big first party game? Is there anything?
Well,
convinced, like confirmed.
This Last of Us stuff or Logan, the Wolverine one. That's Insomniac as well.
Yeah, so you imagine how much juice is in that tank, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd imagine it'd be Spider-Man, big gap, Wolverine.
What are Ben doing, Jam?
Big gap.
What's Corey Barlog doing, Jam? What? Do you know what? There's so many questions. It doesn't matter. Anyway.
He's working on God of War 3.
The official Naughty Dog, fucking, what is it? Jam, what is it? Twitter account says, and I quote, it's one of them fucking JPEGs with all the writing on it. It says, The Last of Us fans, we know many of you have been looking forward to hearing more about our game, The Last of Us multiplayer. We're incredibly proud of the job our studio has done thus far, but as development has continued, we realise the best for the game is to give it more time. Our team will continue to work on the project, as well as our other games in development. Games, plural, in development. Exactly, including a brand new single-player experience. We look forward to sharing more. We're grateful to our fantastic community for your support. Thanks for your passion, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Jam.
Yes.
First, gut reaction to what the fuck that was, mate. Is it just shrug your shoulders?
I don't think it was. I don't think it's them nudging towards there's more than one game coming. I think it's just they're developing games. Studios are always developing more than one game. They might be later in the stage than one. They could have wrote a name on the board or be brainstorming one on the board, and that's developing a game. So that's just the very bare bones of it, isn't it?
Yeah. Jason Schreier at Bloomberg. No, it's a fucking paywalled article, so I'm not going to... Kind of paywalled. Not really. I'm going to read a bit of it, if that's right of you, Jim.
You read a bit of it.
Are you ready? Sony Group Corporation, Jim. That's what that's short for. A slowed down development on an upcoming multiplayer game in the long-running Last of Us. Fucking hell, mate. It is as well. Last of Us video game series, as the creator reassesses its quality and long-term viability. according to 4 people familiar with the project. So the reason that blurb came from Naughty Dog is because Bloomberg, I think, went to them and asked them about it. And I think they knew that an article was coming, so they preempt striked it. Doesn't matter. Moving on. The team working on the game was scaled back after recent evaluation, said the people, who asked not to be named because they weren't authorised to speak publicly. A small group remains on the project while the company reevaluates the direction. While the game has not been cancelled, many of its developers have moved on to other projects. Following a request for comment from Bloomberg, Naughty Dog, the Sony subsidiary working on the project, put out a statement on Twitter saying, "We've realised what's best for the game is to give it more time. Last of Us franchise began as a blah 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 as a TV show as well. Naughty Dog's developer. You are.
Is there a TV show?
There might be, mate. There might be. You'll never guess who's in it. You'll never guess.
No, I probably won't guess.
You won't guess, mate. Naughty Dog has been developing the multiplayer title for at least 4 years. Oof, right. 4 years down the shitter. It started as a complementary mode to Last of Us 2, but Naughty Dog grew ambitious and put it aside for later, mate. Sony's invested heavily in games as a service. Don't I just know it, mate? Other games designed to be monetized beyond their initial sales through ongoing purchases. As part of the push, it asked another its video game studio, Seattle-based Bungie, to evaluate the game across its portfolio. That's who went and looked at it and said, "This is shit." Not in them words. The game's probably great. The thing is, the game's probably great, but there's probably not like a long enough back end for people to stay and spend money in it. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what Bungie were getting at with Last of Us multiplayer. Are you interested in Last of Us multiplayer or not?
I don't. I played the first one.
Yeah, Factions, wasn't it?
Fran. That you went.
I know
to
Fran, mate.
I used to play with her.
Did you actually?
We had an okay time at it, but it was never anything. It was like the Uncharted multiplayer. Me and Fran played that too. It wasn't groundbreaker or nothing. It was fun. It just wasn't.
Yeah, when I played,
break any records.
Did Uncharted 4 have a multiplayer game, or have I made that up?
Yeah, it was Uncharted 4. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fine, and I remember I played a couple of games Last of Us multiplayer as well. I think again that was fine, but people really fucking love Factions, mate. I think you can get a game now if you went back and play and boot it up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think there's still a decent sized community there that play it. Bungie raised questions about the Last of Us multiplayer project's ability to keep players engaged for a long period, which led to the reassessment. There you go, mate. Yeah, so if you wondered where Sony's head's at, it's getting that games as a service check, mate. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Jam, moving on. Game Pass dump. Are you buzzing, mate?
I'm always buzzing.
There's a few games there, mate.
I don't subscribe to.
I'm buzzing, mate. What's going on here? I don't know what's happened there. It's ruined my life, mate. Anyway, I'll just read it. This is from the Xbox.com, who wrote it. Megan Spur, mate. Available today, Game Pass, Chicory, A Colourful Tale, and Far World Pioneers. What's that? Explore the world in this open world sci-fi sandbox.
What that is.
32 players on what? Oh, I don't know about that, mate. Coming soon, June the 1st, Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. June the 1st again, Slayers X, Terminal Aftermath, Vengeance of the Slayer. Name that is. The Big Con, June the 1st. Amnesia, The Bunker, June the 6th. Hypnospace Outlaw, June the 6th. Room Factory 4 Special, June 8th. Stacking, June 8th. Doggin, I don't know. June 13th. Yeah. Leaving Game Pass, Bridge Constructor, Chorus, Manny, Immortal Shell, Serious Sam 4, Total War King, Three Kingdoms, they're leaving on June the 15th. Quiet month, honestly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not even, I'm like a big, not defender of a Game Pass, but like if you just got a passing interest in gaming, like, you can't go wrong, you know what I mean?
I don't even have Game Pass, and I haven't had it since Christmas.
You get it when Gear 6 comes. Oh, mate.
Maybe.
It's time for Gear 6, mate. It's been 4 years. It's been 4 years. I promise you, mate.
It hasn't.
Well, it has. You were married 4 years ago, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
That's mental, isn't it?
Finally went on a honeymoon and everything.
Yeah. Oh, dear. You did, mate. You did.
I'm not even here.
You're on it, you are.
You're on.
That is what you're on. Moving on. Jam, last thing today, before we fucking get into the nitty gritty, mate. Have you seen the game WrestleQuest?
Yeah.
It looks fucking mint, mate.
That I've been following for a long time.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I saw it.
I saw John Riggs post about it ages ago.
I don't know where it was.
He's been following it. And now because I watch his videos, I've seen it. It's like a wrestling RPG, isn't it?
Wrestling turn-based RPG. But you can get enlist help from the legends like Sergeant Slaughter, Diamond Dallas Page, Jake the Snake,
the
Legion of Doom. It looks
that art style doesn't hurt either.
Yeah, mate, it's fucking beautiful. Got to be honest. Oh god, the video's gone again. It's because I have other apps full screens and it saves on Power, so I have to bear with me a second because I've got the trailer full screen. There you go. It's finally got a release date of dun dun dun.
Every wrestling legend follows their own path to fame and glory, but you won't be crowned wrestling royalty without harnessing the power of the masters to ignite your quest. Your rise to stardom begins at the feet of giants. And the only way to earn a legend's respect is victory. Training with the best is never easy, but wear those bruises with pride. You're going to need all the help you can get to unlock your potential and win the support of legendary wrestling icons. Once they're on your side, those legends become extremely...
Yeah, August 8th, it's coming out. I'm not buzzing.
On Netflix as well, by the way.
It is on Netflix, mate.
It's weird.
It is weird. But it is what it is, mate.
We can play it on Netflix.
Exactly. To be fair, no. Don't do that to me, mate.
Why?
I was trying to... Yeah, but I just shout out to that. It looks great. Even for people that don't like wrestling, it's just... Someone's put in the comments live alive too. It's not even a fucking stretch, mate. Jam. Yes. Day one.
What? The
WrestleQuest. The greatest game ever made.
Netflix ASAP.
Yeah, mate. I'm all about it. Jam, that's all I've got time for, mate.
Mm-hmm.
For the report, the rundown, I should say. Anything to add? I'll move on.
Mm-mm.
No. Any unpopular opinion? Any unpopular opinions or anything like that?
No, I was just going to say, what's your forgotten gem?
I've got a forgotten gem today. I'm not going to fucking... I won't... Usually I'll be like, oh, see if you can get this one. I promise you, Jam. I promise you. You ain't getting this one. Zero chance, mate. Zero. I'm just going to go in with it. I'm going to do the thing, but I don't expect you to get it. You know what I mean? It is from PS1 era. However, there's a twist, Jim. There is a big twist.
Okay.
It's not technically a PlayStation 1 game.
But it's in the PS1 era, but wasn't on the PS1.
PS1 era. You can play it. I played it on the PS1.
Was it ported from a previous console?
Kind of, but not really.
Ported from the arcade?
No. Yeah, I'll save you the aggro, mate. Are you familiar with the development kit Net Your Rosie?
No.
It's that... Do you know when we've been at the Retro Game Fair and there's that fucking black PlayStation? Well, it's like navy blue sometimes as well.
The development kit. The debugging.
Yeah. That was home to very experimental, way ahead of its time for the time, indie scene on PS1.
Yeah.
Load of fucking games made by random people. there was one I used to play. I had a demo disc. Which demo disc was it? I don't know. Anyway, in my research, because I was like, oh, that was because I thought I watched Emma's video, Birmingham game thing.
Oh, the debugging kits and
walked past the Netty Rosies. I was like, I fucking want it, mate. I'd never use it.
Did you see Sean in it?
I didn't. I was on viewing Sean, mate. I couldn't see you. I watched some other guys. I can't remember his fucking name.
A split second.
Oh, were you?
You're
on it, mate. Yeah, I'd never used it for its legitimate use. It'd be cool to have on it. But there's a load of these like.
If you want one.
Yeah, imagine. But anyway, the one game I used to play, honest, I had the demo disc. It was full of them. And the one that caught my eye, top-down shooter. And within my research, James, I found out that this gentleman, still making games today, has a itchy.io page, right? And he made a sequel to this game, and I was playing it last night. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's called Psychon. Have you? No.
No idea.
Let me see if you recognise it. Did you play any of these?
Well, I've not heard of it, so I don't know.
You don't know it by name. Trust me.
No.
That's the wrong one. There you go. Sorry.
No.
Yeah. This thing, it takes me back, mate. But look how fucking word art this fucking font is and all that shit. It's so fucking cool. Like, and so
I'm an idiot. I started trying to scrub through the stream.
Oh, you didn't? I'm going to move on. So there you go. So there it is. Very, very fucking basic game.
Yeah, I've not seen this ever.
No, it's so good, but it doesn't look much. And to be honest, yeah, I don't know, but something about it, I played this for fucking hours, mate. Again, doesn't like much. Graphics are very, sort of quickly done in Illustrator kind of thing or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I love it's twin stick-ish, but it's not twin stick. I was playing the second one last night, and there's no pause menu or anything. It's just proper bare bones stuff, but it's just run around, shoot things. It's great. If you get a chance to play these Netty Rosy games, you potentially do an internet search, I'll say, to have a look, and you know what I'm getting at here, John.
It looks loaded-esque.
Yeah, a bit loaded. I think that's where it might have come out before loaded, but I think that sort of thing was the inspiration behind it. Let's see if we can go on a bit more. Level clear, mate. Look at that. 40% accuracy, get in the bin, mate. But yeah, the level does involve very similar level design. Again, it's just one gentleman. What year did it come out? I'm not sure. But there's quite a lot of these, like, underground hit games from like the Netty Rose era, which, again, jam. Way ahead of its time, mate. Like,
massively ahead.
Way ahead.
It does look really good, though.
It is. For what it is, it's fucking really cool. And
like a maze runner.
Yeah.
Twin stick puzzle game.
Yeah, cause obviously it's on PS1, so there's no... I think it was at the time when there was no DualShock, so it was just D-pad and whatever, so it's quite... Because the sequel didn't have controller support, so I found it quite difficult to play. But so good, mate. I was on it. It's like Doom-esque in its presentation, so not much of a character development for this dude. He's just running around shooting stuff. Do you know what I mean? If it moves, shoot it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Again, probably not going to win any awards for anything. Probably not going to... we'll grade that again. Sorry, everyone. There you go. Probably not going to do anything like that, but for what it was at the time, I was a bit too young to fully understand and grasp what the Netty Rosy was at the time. Let me just see how much one will set you back.
You quid?
Sony, PlayStation, NetEuroZ, DTL, H3001, NTSC console from Japan. How much you saying?
£500.
$2,000.
What?
$2,000.
Jesus Christ.
However, there's a sort of a bluer one. I'll say that's about $1,000. So if you saw, what I'm saying is, if you saw that fucking NetEuroZ at that retro game fair for £400, just fucking buy it, mate.
Pretty good. That was a really good price then.
If it was it £400?
400, yeah.
Buy it. Does it work and everything? Oh, mate, it's American.
I saw it. I saw the price tag. I was not too recently. I didn't pick it up. I know it was a debug console and that.
Yeah.
Actually, this was just after I spoke to Gemma as well.
Oh, you probably had there as you were walking. Mate, but yeah, obviously not. You can play this game, but there's online sort of portals to play NetEuroZ games. That's it. Is that it? Wait there. Yeah. Do you remember the PlayStation official magazine demos?
Yes.
There was... I remember that one as well. Yeah. They used to put one on every sort of demo disc, so you'd have like 8 or 9 demos. Demo discs, by the way, they were peak, mate.
Yeah, they were. I used to spend hours just playing demos on them.
Yeah. So I'm looking at it now. There's NetEuroZ full game, adventure game it's called, on one of these demo discs. I'm trying to find. I can't remember which one it was from. Driver, all new demo. Final Fantasy 7 demo. Oh my god. I imagine these demo discs, if you were to find the one with Psychon on it, let's see if I can find it actually. Psychon demo disc. Let me see if I can. I don't think I'll find it, mate. 1998 it's from. But the sequel came out in 2016 and the guy's still making games now, I think. How cool's that, mate?
That is sick.
I've still got the demo disc, but it'll still be behind me somewhere. Where? Haha.
I've got quite a few demo discs somewhere. They might got a PlayStation wallet. You know, you used to get a bundle with Crash Bandicoot and that.
Oh man, I know it is. Is that all there is? August 98. What the fuck?
What's the game called again?
Psychon. Psycho, but with an N at the end for November. Oh, it was a competition. That's cool. And the winner got the game on the demo disc. That's really cool. Right, I didn't know it was that. Again, it was quite early on in my life.
What, 1847?
August 1998 demo disc. Right.
Well, you were like 50 then.
You were like $1 million.
These were the day. Terra Nova.
Yeah, that was it. I think. Oh, no, I remember non-playable demos. What a joke.
Yeah.
Right. I could be sat here for hours. This is not good streaming, Jam. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold it. I'm going to set it there. The demo disc won't cost you more than a tenner. But it'd be nice to have anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This guy sells all the demo discs. What a legend, mate. Like a genuine legend.
That's me.
Total Soccer. That was another Net Eurosi game. Total Soccer was sick.
What was it?
Total Soccer.
Total Soccer.
Total Soccer.
Oh, no idea. Jack definitely knows what's on that demo disc.
Mate.
It's like
Anyway.
it was just on tablet.
Mate. Yeah. 5. Hang on. This guy's gonna have it. This guy's gonna have it, I swear down. I'll verify myself. Shut up. No, mate. What that? Right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stream next week's gonna be on Thursday. Because of Keely's Keely's
Who?
Keithley is thing. And then there'll be a stream on that Sunday as well. Because of the Xbox thing. Jeremy, if you're about, jump in. Hope you'll join us there. And then the week after will be another top 10. I can't wait. I'm going to try for the Tuesday, but I'll arrange it with whoever's coming on, and then I'll tell you all, don't worry. You'll see it pop anyway, because you're all following and subscribing and all that shit. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Tell Jam that PlayStation suck ass, and tell me any Net Eurosi games you played and like and have a soft spot for. Yeah, on that bombshell, we'll see you on Thursday the 8th. Thursday the 8th. Ready to watch some ads probably, but no, I'm hoping to see some good stuff. But until Thursday the 8th of June, will you be streaming this weekend? Free Fire.
Yeah, it probably won't be smashed this weekend. I'm not going to lie.
It's probably not going to be smashed this weekend. Jem won't lie to you.
It depends on it might be. If it's just me and Gibbo with Street Fighter, I'll probably still stream Smash for more participation. Mm-hmm. But I probably will stream Street Fighter anyway, before, after, on the Friday night, on the Saturday afternoon, on the Sunday, the Monday, Tuesday, the Wednesday, and everyone can watch me get bodied by Gibbo because he's already a Street Fighter 6 god.
When are you going to watch Spider-Verse if you're playing Street Fighter all that time?
Why do I need to?
You need to watch
nothing else. What else is important in life now?
Spider-Verse, mate.
No.
Yeah, so we look forward to that. After Jam's been bodied by Gibbo, we'll catch you back here. But until then, keep it casual, everyone. Peace. Up the toffees, mate.
Peace.
Yes.